Geneva's Closet. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. I would say good morning, but I don't even know if it's morning time for anybody at this point because I'm getting a late start because my laptop, my internet been acting crazy today, people. But so I decided that I wanted to come on. And aren't we waiting to find out what's happening with Miss Essie Berry and the whole Steve Harvey, Mary Harvey thing today? Waiting for that update from Miss Essie Berry to find out what's going on with that today. But hey, everybody, hi to all of my subscribers, all of my new and old subscribers. Just wanted to come on here and do a quick Monday talk because I don't know what's going to happen to my Wi-Fi today, people, because it's acting crazy. But I was on the internet today looking some things up, and I happened to come across this whole thing about the Church of England saying that it was okay that boys should be allowed to wear tiaras, whatever it's called, that they are, they should be allowed to wear that. And I'm like, for real? So I had to click on that and read that. And this is what it said, people. I just want to let you know what's going on in the world that you stay in, just in case any of that drizzle over to the United States, then you know where that is coming from. It says boys as young as 5. This is what it said. Boys as young as 5 should be able to wear tiaras at school without criticism. Teachers in Church of England schools are to be told male pupils should also be free to dress up in a tutu or high heels without attracting any comment or observation, according to anti-bullying rules sent out to the church yesterday. It says schools are also told that they cannot use Christian faith or Bible teachings to justify behavior that is considered to amount to bullying. For example, because then it said, for example, identifying a transgender pupil by a sex other than the one they have chosen, you can't do that. So if they say that they're a boy, and you say, girl, sit down or something, you can get in trouble for that, according to what they're saying. The Church of England is saying that the advice contains instructions on how to report bullying, including sample forms on which teachers are encouraged to name the alleged bully and their target and use tick boxes to describe what happened. Okay, and then I read something else. It says that the rules basically came now. So this is why they're implementing this, or this is why they claim. This is why they claim that they're implementing this over in England. The Church of England is saying that this is okay, that this should be implemented in schools. Is because a Christian teacher was suspended from a school in Oxfordshire. I'm assuming that's Oxfordshire, England. So a Christian teacher was suspended from a school in Oxfordshire after accidentally calling a transgender pupil girl instead of a boy. Because so I'm assuming that they were actually a girl, but they were saying that they were a boy and the teacher called him a girl. So Joshua Sutcliffe, I think that's the teacher's name, 27, faces a disciplinary hearing this week in which he can lose his job after the parents complained. Ain't that something? So when I read that, I was like, I wanted to know because I didn't know if they were like Roman Catholic, because that sounded a little Roman Catholic isms. I don't even know if that's a word, but that's exactly what it sounded like. So I went to go look up what is England religion? And it said that the official religion of England is Christianity as practiced by the Church of England. That's what it said. So because it said in the UK, then it's Roman Catholic. But another reason why I questioned that is because this article that I also put up on my Facebook page, I put the link up there. Make sure you go follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. In the pictures in this article, the so-called, I don't know what they were, the church, they had on attire as if it was like Roman Catholic attire. So basically what I'm saying is that it sounded very Roman Catholic isms, to allow boys to wear tutus and things like that. Matter of fact, it said a child may choose the tutu, princess tiara, and heels, and or the fireman's helmet, tool belt, and superhero cloak without expectations or comment, says the new rules. Yes. because they said that it states that the Church of England teaching on human sexuality and a range of Christian views should be taught, as well as a range of perspectives from other faith and world views. I just found that to be something else. So you're saying that you're a Christian, but then you don't want to go by what the Christian Bible is saying. Now, I understand that you you may see some things in there that you don't like. But if you're a Christian, then how are you going to say that you don't, regardless of what the Christian Bible says, that we are going to make our own rules and stuff up according to worldly views and other religions on how you should do things? Look, my opinion is that if all of England want to allow their boys to wear tutus and high heels and makeup, let them do that. Let them do that. But I'm letting y'all know, so just in case you ever decide to take a trip over to England and you see some craziness going on, you know exactly where that's coming from. That if your child may be taking, you know, like how in college you go to other countries and your child decide that they want to go to England, I'm just letting you know what they could possibly see going down over there. I don't know, the way they're dressed, you know, I just don't understand that. And then they said that the Christian church, they said because God loves everybody. That's what they said. God loves everybody. And I always have had a hard time with that whole thing. Because I'm like, if God loves everybody, then why was he killing people and doing stuff like that in the Bible? So that just means to me that, yes, he loves you, but he will put the smack down on you too. And if he made a rule, or if he said that you should do something, who are you to then change it around and be like, well, he do say that he loves us. So even though he said that if we do this, we may be condemned, but over here in this other scripture way over there, it did say that he loves us. So I'm going to go with the love. I don't want to go with I may get in trouble. I'm just going to put love over everything. Well, you can think that that works if you want to, but I feel like the Most High, I like to think of him a lot when I'm doing analogies on how me as a parent is. If I tell my child to do something, then that's what I want you to do. Now, if I say that I love you and I always love you, yes, I'll love you and I always love you. But if you do opposite of what I say, we're going to have problems. And it's as simple as that. And the world can sit up here and make up their own rules if they want to, or say, because a lot of people say, well, they don't even know if the Bible was real, you know, because the words could have been changed. And look, I get it, got it good. I get that, because a lot of things have been changed. And we know in the Bible, God said that you should not change anything in there. But my whole opinion on that is it got to be some truthfulness to it, because people are spending too much time changing everything and doing things the way that they want to do it. No one is actually really following the laws and stuff in the Bible. No one is actually doing that. So for that reason, it makes me look at it and be like, you know what? It must be. It got to be some truthfulness into it, because people are being very selective on what they want to pick and choose up out of the Bible. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but what I can do is I can admit that there are things in the Bible that God said that I am supposed to be doing that I do not do. And because I can admit to that, then if something bad happens to me, I can admit that I don't know. I'm not 100% sure where God is going to send me. Now, that's admitting, because I don't feel like that I be doing everything that I'm supposed to do. But, you know, to each his own. You can sit there and know that the Bible said one thing, but you wanted to do something else, but then make excuses for it. Because like I said, that scripture all the way over there says something about love, but I guess you failed to see all the other things where he put total smackdowns and killed people, including babies and firstborns that had nothing to do with anything, just because that's how my father is. Now, that's what I had to say about that one. But then again, I was doing some more research about this whole Nicki Minaj brother, you know, because Nicki Minaj brother got, you know, they found him guilty the other day of the whole raping, molesting. I don't know if it was more raping or molesting his stepdaughter at the time, which was 11 years old. And, you know, he's going to get 25 years to life. I'm assuming they haven't sentenced him yet. And his name is Jelani Mirage. I'm not sure if he's 38 or 39 now. I forgot what it said, but I know that that's Nicki Minaj's oldest brother. And I know that because it has said that, oh wait, where's my paper at? It said that, so Jelani Mirage was married to a Jacqueline Robinson. That's who he was married to. And I'm assuming that she had some children. I don't know if she had the daughter, because I know there's a daughter and a son in question, but there was 2 kids and that they were together. And I'm assuming that she filed for divorce at some point. They're both saying that it was amicable. Then the daughter, you know, the stepdaughter said that he did these things to her. His defense was that Jacqueline Robinson, his ex-wife, had told her children to lie because they were trying to, because she wanted to extort $25 million from Nicki Minaj. So this is what his defense was. But whatever the defense was, he definitely got found guilty. And I just want to read over some of these things that I read, because let me tell you something, people. If it's one thing that I cannot stand, is a pedophile, perverted, molester, rapist. I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I think that I feel that way because I have been violated too, which a lot of us have, men and women. That's why that was my whole purpose of bringing up that whole England church thing, because it's nasty and it's disgusting. It's nasty and it's disgusting, and a lot of different demons and spirits come from doing stuff like that. But I think that's why I feel that way about that, because I was violated too back when I was 14 years old, and so I just have strong feelings about that. But it says that, you know, because you know that there was the little girl's 8-year-old brother walked in on Jelani Mirage is that his name, Nicki Minaj's brother, when he was molesting or raping the little girl one day. And so this is what I read from an article. It said the boy, who was 8 at the time, said the victim's pants were around her ankles, that his sister pants were around her ankles. And he said, I saw his, meaning Nicki Minaj's brother, I saw his underwear close to his knees, he testified. And Mirage, the boy, testified later. So this is what the little boy said. The little boy said that Jelani Mirage found him later and slapped him in the face about 10 times. He asked him, the boy says, he asked me if I had seen anything. I said yes. And he slapped me on the cheek. And then Jelani said I wouldn't see her again if I told him. And his face was kind of mad. And then the defense lawyer tried to poke holes at the little boy's testimony by being like, well, wasn't the lights off? So how was you able to see? Isn't it dark in the room when the lights was off? And the boy was like, yes, but he know what he's saying because he describes exactly what he's saying. It says prosecutors say that Jelani has sex with the young girl as often as 4 times a week. And a doctor testified during the trial that the girl's medical records strongly suggested that she had been having sex. They found DNA on a pair of, DNA of Nicki Minaj's brother was found on a pair of the girl's pajamas. And yeah, so I was doing research and stuff, just doing a little bit more research on that. And my whole purpose of that is because I always feel everything comes from something. I am a strong believer of that. Now, whether or not we know that or not, because we don't know that what went down with this family, we have no idea about that, but everything comes from something. So I wanted to know, could I get a little bit more information on Nicki Minaj and her family, because I didn't really know anything about them. And what I ended up coming across was something that has said that Nicki Minaj's brother, Nicki Minaj's, Jelani Mirage, owns or owned, I don't know if owns or owned, I don't know if it's still there or not, a daycare called Ozone Park Daycare in Queens, New York. And this is what it said. It said Mirage owns Ozone Park Daycare in Queens and had plans of opening another branch in New Jersey. He claimed that the children gave him solace and peace of mind no matter how stressed he was. And then in June of 2014, he even tweeted, I always got stressed and pressured in here, but the faces of these children can relieve it. They're so cute. That's what he said. So I was like, what? He owned a daycare. So I went and looked and see, could I try to find a daycare? And actually I did find a daycare. It said it was Ozone Park Daycare Center located in South Ozone Park, New York. And I found it on manta.com. And anybody that know any, have any, like a little bit of knowledge about business, you know that Manta is something that you can definitely go look on to find information about a business or how long the business has been established, what their income is, how many employees or whatever work there. So when I went on Manta, it says categorized under health services. Our records show it was established in 2012 and incorporated in New York. Current estimates, current whatever shows this company has an annual revenue of less than 500,000 and employs a staff of approximately 5 to 9. But then I went and I found it on another website, and this website said Ozone Park Daycare Center is a small, fairly new health service company. So I'm like, oh, a health service company. And then it said that it estimated about $120,000 a year and has about 3 employees. And then this particular time that I found it, it has it under health and allied services. So my question for that was, is the daycare still open? Is it not? When I looked it up, because y'all know how I am. I looked it up and then I went to go try to find it on Google Earth. You know, look it up so you find it on the map thing. And it's a house. So it's actually a house, even though one of them articles said that it's a house. So I'm assuming it was at-home daycare. So is it still there? Is it not there? Is it something else where it's a health and health services or whatever now? But I found that to be a little something that this man that has just been found guilty of molesting, raping his stepdaughter owned the damn daycare. What type of stuff is that? You never know what's going on, people. We never know what's going on. So then I went to go do a little bit more reading, like I said, because I'm trying to figure out about the family. And then I find this article. Now, I've never read it. Maybe y'all have heard some of these things before, but I have never read these things. I really didn't know. What is this stain? Look at this stain. Oh, I didn't know a whole lot about Nicki Minaj besides that she raps, okay, and something about Lil Wayne. That's all I knew, okay. But I found an article by The Sun, and this is what it says. In an exclusive interview with The Sun, Carol Mirage, so this is Nicki Minaj's mom, she did an exclusive interview. Really? I was like, what? Let me read this exclusive interview. So I want to read it to y'all because I don't know if y'all read it. So I'm going to tell you what the interview says. Because like I said, everything comes from somewhere. And I refuse to believe that nobody in that Mirage, whatever family, that no one knew anything. I just failed to believe that. But anyway, it says that Nicki Minaj's mom opened her heart about the horrific upbringing Nicki, 31, experienced at the hands of her junkie father, as she believes the violence and terror Nicki witnessed growing up helped forge her into the strong and independent woman now conquering the hip-hop charts. At the time, because I'm not sure, I think this was written in 2015, 14, don't quote me on that. But it says, Carol revealed, Nicki Minaj's mother, Carol, revealed how Nicki would sob at as her mother was beaten black and blue by her dad, Robert. She would cry in her bedroom as she listened to her drunken father, an alcoholic and cocaine addict, abuse her mom physically and verbally in their home in Queens, New York. In another angry rage, Robert, Nicki Minaj's father, burnt down the New York house where Nicki grew up while Carol was inside. Luckily, Nicki and her brothers, Micaiah and Jelani, survived the incident as they had been staying with a neighbor because their mom feared that Robert's next move could be deadly. Then it goes on to say, Carol revealed, my husband used to get high on cocaine and alcohol and would come home and terrorize the whole family. There was a time when I was trying to take Nicki and my sons to a neighbor's house, December 31st. He saw me get out the car, and when he reached a stoplight, he saw me get into the car, and when it reached a stoplight, he pulled me out of the car, punched me in the face, and kept pulling me back towards the house. Someone eventually came and saved me, and he ran. Another time, he got very irate because I was trying to get out of the house. I told him not to come back because he was stealing everything. Then one night, I woke up and smelled smoke. I went downstairs and into the kitchen, and the kitchen was on fire. I had to run out of the house and it burned to the ground. Some nights While my children were sleeping, my husband would come in intoxicated. He would be menacing and threatens me and threaten me, calling me a lot of names. My children would sit up in their beds crying and wait it out. He would bring so much fear to them, they wouldn't know his next move. He was so violent. He would threaten us and keep us up all night. My kids would be crying until he eventually passed out drunk. He would hit them too. He would hit the children too. But that's what they do in Trinidad, where we are from. My children were my hope. I had to keep going. I had to keep going for my children's sake. Then it says, Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad, but she spent much of her early childhood staying with her grandmother on the island away from her turbulent family. And then at the age of 5, she moved to New York with her mom and her dad. And then everything that I just read about the things that she had to go through, that's when it happened, when she was 5 years old and she moved with her mom and dad to New York. But something else that I read that I think Nicki Minaj had said that she felt like that she didn't have any discipline at home, and she wished that she had discipline and she was kind of able to do whatever she wanted to do, but that she was looking for it. Now, it says that the mom got out of that abusive relationship, and currently today she has set up a Carol Mirage Foundation to help other victims of abuse at home. But so based on what I read, that I was shocked about because I had no idea, but then I was like, okay, well then that kind of makes sense, because like I said, everything comes from somewhere, and you cannot go through that type of abuse or see those things. I mean, how could that it affected her and her brother and her brothers to see the things that they seen, to see their mother being beaten and broken like that, and to know that their father was doing that in addition to him beating them too. And you cannot go through those things and then think that you're going to go to the celebrity world and then things be okay. Now, it does make a whole lot of sense why Nicki Minaj is the way that she is and she dresses the way that she does. And she, you know what I mean? Because I do see her having this thing where she may feel like she's never going to be broken by a man like her mother was, or allow herself to go through the things that her mother did, or allow a man to beat you and bring you down. So I can see the way that she acts and the way that she dresses, how that's being portrayed, and then how the world may look at that and be like, ooh, look at her so sexy, not realizing that's coming from somewhere. In addition to that's the celebrity world, and whether that was her or not, so they will make you do what they want to do. But I think that I just have a better understanding from that. But let me just say this. Right now in my family, I have people in my family and I love all my family, but you know how family is, and we tend to talk, that the family says is, kind of crazy. We got family members that the family would say is kind of crazy. So when that family member does something, we may be like, what? But we're not totally shocked. We like, okay, because they're crazy. I have another family member. I was just talking to this family member the other day. Will snap on you in a heartbeat. Now, if I heard that this family member had went up to somebody and slapped the cold sweat off of them, I would be like, what? I wouldn't be surprised, because this family member is a little feisty. You know what I mean? And like if you hear about a family member that got arrested for stealing something, you might be like, what? I know they didn't, but you're not totally surprised because you know that they get in trouble and stuff already. You usually know the type of people that you have in your family and what's going on. And based on this whole thing, I just feel like someone over there knew the situation. I almost feel like when these charges happened to the brother, that someone over there, whether the mother, Carol, or the father, Robert, have some guilty feelings because they know that it is something that this boy or their children have seen that obviously did some things to his life. I don't know if he was molested. I don't know if because if there was no structure in your home, then anything could happen. Were they molested? Had they seen people being molested? Had they heard their father raping their mother one day? Because things can come from anything. And it's unfortunate that that Nicki Minaj and her brothers had to deal with the things that they had to deal with as a child because they didn't ask for that. So it's unfortunate that whatever happened to Jelani Mirage caused him to do the things that he did. But the fact of the matter is that you know right from wrong, and it don't matter whatever happened in your life, you know better, and you're going to be judged for that. And now because of the demons and the spirits that were brought on, that were trickled onto him by the things that he had to endure, most likely because of whatever his mother and father had to endure when they were growing up. Now he has put that on this little girl and her brother, the brother too, because the brother walked in and seen this happening to his sister. Anything can come from that. Anything can happen because of that. So now his demons and his bad spirits has now been trickled onto these children. So hopefully the mother will be able to handle things so that her son and her daughter don't have issues from that, because all it does is, you know, them spirits be moving, go from person to person. Like I just feel sorry for the whole situation, because some of the things that happened with that situation, I almost felt like I can understand, like I said before, because I felt like it was a part of my situation. But I just failed to believe that didn't no one over there in that household know what was going on, or I don't know. I have the slightest idea. Anything can come from that, and everyone handles things differently. I hate it. I absolutely hate it when you can have about 3 siblings. So we're going to go with three siblings. Let's say all 3 of them were raised in the same household. One is just off doing something totally different. 2 is doing okay. 1 doing real good. The other one is doing okay. Those 2 that's doing okay is going to talk all major stuff about that other one, because they can't understand how come you doing, you know, like how come you can't get it? We were raised in the same household, you know, I'm doing this, how come you can't do this? Because everybody handle things differently. Everybody's DNA is differently. I don't give a damn if y'all do all got the same mama and the daddy. Everyone is differently, and everyone handles things differently. Just because this person, mom and dad, was on drugs and whatever too, and they looked at that and said, I want better, and then went out and did better. This person probably looked at that, got stressed out about it. They started dibbling in drugs, saying, what is it about these drugs that they're doing? Now I want to dibble and dabble and try, you know, but then people just tend to come down on you a lot because they don't totally understand. But my opinion is everything comes from something. And yeah, I think someone knows. Someone knows. And this whole daycare thing, I called the daycare. The phone number that I seen registered to the daycare, when I looked it up, I called, and it said that the daycare number was disconnected. So I hope that it is, because I don't know. And, you know, I don't know if people want to check and make sure that their children was okay, or, you know, that went to that daycare, you know, because ain't no telling what was going on over there. I'm just saying. But yes, people, that's all that I wanted to come on here and talk about. And then I guess later on we'll be waiting to hear what Miss Essie Berry have to say about this whole Steve Harvey, Mary Harvey situation, since she went to court today in California about that $60 million lawsuit. What happened? Inquiring minds want to know. She did call me this morning, but someone called on her other line. So we only talked for about 5 minutes, probably 3. So I got 3 minutes worth of information, but I feel like she should tell you herself what happened. But you all have a fabulous Monday. I'll probably see you in the next few days. Whatever, people, if something else happened, but you make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this video. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Geneva's Closet. Also, go check out my websites at genevasclosetent.com and genevascloset.net. Once again, thank you to all my new subscribers and old subscribers. Hey, to all the guys out there, fellas, I see you too. I see you too. I appreciate you all. I know that I did not really say anything. Y'all probably been commenting and I didn't really say anything, but that's because the comment part is not up on here. I can't figure it out. And I'm working on another laptop today, because my laptop is something with the Wi-Fi today, people. But like I just said, you have a fabulous Monday. And Geneva's Closet will talk to you later. Thank you, people. Bye.